Okay, so this is a work through on question number 23 from the 9.7 day 2 homework, which was about law of cosines. However, the section also had law of sines, so law of sines may come into this solution as well. So we're solving the triangle, finding the three pieces that we're missing. We need side B. So side B is this one that's right over here. And then we need angle A, which is the top angle, and we need angle C. And to do this, to find side B, because I don't have any other angles, we can't use law of sines. So we have to use law of cosines. And the way law of cosines is going to work is we're going to do b squared. So that's the side I don't know, equals a squared plus c squared. And those can be written either 29 squared plus 38 squared or 38 squared plus 29 squared. You can write them in either order because when you add things, the order that you add them in doesn't impact the answer. Then we've got minus 2 times 38 times 29 times the cosine of 63. So 38 squared plus 29 squared minus 2 times 38 times 29 times the cosine of 63. And then we're going to take the square root of all of that. So the reason I'm writing it out this way is because I'm going to type that whole thing into the calculator. If I can remember it, I might have to check back to look at it. But I'm just going to go over to my calculator screen and I'm going to type in that whole thing. So 38, 29, and 63. So let's do that. So we'll do square root and we'll 38 squared plus 29 squared minus 2 times 38 times 29 times the cosine of 63. And that's everything. So that's that entire string of information. And we're going to hit enter and we'll get 35.8. So we'll go back over here and we'll say, okay, so that means side B is 35.8. And I believe, yep, nearest tenth. So 35.8 for side B. We're then going to go ahead and get an angle measure. So I'm going to go, it doesn't really matter which angle measure we get. We can choose either A or C. I'll do A. So that's just the one they list second. So now I'm going to use law of sines. And I'm going to say sine of A over 29 equals, let's see, it would be sine of 63 divided by 35.8. So that's using law of sines. Sine of A, which is this angle up here, divided by 29, which is the side across from it, and then sine of 63 over 35.8. I'm going to multiply both sides by 29, which is just solving using law of sines. And that's going to give me sine A equals, and I need to use my calculator to get this. So sine of 63 times 29, and then I'm going to divide by that 35.8. So sine of 63 times 29. So sine, oops. Uh-oh, there we go. So sine of 63 times, I better check back here, make sure I'm putting the right numbers in, times 29 divided by 35.8. So times 29 divided by 35.8. You can write 35.8 or you can use the second answer key to get it to show the answer. Either way is okay. So I'll just type in 35.8. I'm going to hit enter. And then I've got 0.721, which, let's see, we'll go back here. So 0.721, 0.721. Then to get A, I'm going to use the inverse sign of that. And that's how we get the angle measure, is we use inverse sign. So I'll do inverse sign of that answer. So I'm going to go, let's see, over here, and I'm going to do, oh, there's my calculator. I'm going to do second sign. I'm going to do second minus sign, which is my answer key. You could type this in, 0.721, 765,061, or your calculator has a way just to grab it and enter it in there. So either way, you can either type it in or use your calculator's shortcut way of doing that. And our answer then is 46.2. So our answer is 46.2. Keep losing my, there we go. A is 46.2. And now that I've got two of my angles, I've got 63 degrees plus 46.2 plus the angle I'm missing. It needs to add to 180. So I'm going to, let's see, I'll do 63 and 46.2. I can add those together. That's 109.2. plus angle C equals 180. And then angle C would be 180 minus 109.2, which would be, I can do that in my head, that'd be 70.8 degrees. So for my answer, I've got 46.2 degrees, I've got 70.8, and then 35.8 for the side. And that's it. That's the end of the problem, and we've solved the triangle.